Hello, we are back for the second part of our freshly brewed poems. It's a little bit noisy here because we have karaoke in the main room. A little bit quiet now, so we will get started and do the rest of this. And I'm going to try, like I always said, it's always a comedy thing to see, but yeah, I figured it out. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Alrighty. That was, yeah, I hope nobody saw that, but it is time. We'll try our second round. If everybody wants to settle in or just do whatever you want to. Looks like they got it quiet with the karaoke out there, so quick. All right, Charlene's going to go first because, well, yeah.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Oh, shoot, they're starting.
That's okay, I can be loud. Okay, thank you for letting me go first, but we have another appointment that we have to get to, so yeah. Okay, this one is a hybrid poem. We were talking about different kinds of poems. This one is hybrid, and okay, here we go. It's called Driving Down the Road, and I don't know if there's anybody in the room right now who can actually identify with this other than me, maybe. Okay, Driving Down the Road. It's funny, kinda, from all those years ago and still now. When there's a black and white behind me, I get unsettled, a little nervous. It's as if they're gonna pull me over and by some leap of magic, all those bricks of weeds and packets of Moroccan hashish will have time warped into this car, and the smoke from the doobie I just swallowed is wafting inside the closed windows, and the cops will tell me to show them registration and license, which has a photo of me with long brown hair, and they'll order me to get out of my vehicle, put my hands up, sit on the curb while they search, pull my car apart, bring in the K9s, and I'm sitting there figuring out, what can I say, all cotton-mouthed and red-eyed? I loaned the car to a friend's friend. I forgot to lock the car last night. I have no idea how that got there or what that is, officer. And I'm arrested 50 years later. No longer have anyone to call or bail me out because my son hasn't been born yet, and all my lovers and friends are too poor or too dead. I really have to remember to breathe at times like those. Let the momentary wave of old paranoia wash over me. Realize the here and now and smile at the cops, somewhat ingenuously, as they pass me, straight and sober, on my way to do the things that keep old people busy. Everybody can relate to that? Okay. All right. And this is for the one young person in the room, really young person in the room, actually. Okay, it's called Sweetie. The universal truth, universally, is we all grow old, or at least are supposed to. It isn't always pleasant. In fact, I think it never is. And those who say it is are lying through the few teeth they have left, yellowed like fine ivory, scaffolded in metal. We creak getting out of a chair, a bed. We sit and stand accompanied by grunts and small, nonverbal protestations. We fart indiscriminately and turn around to see who done it. But sweetie, the one thing we feel we never lose is our relevancy. And though our eyes are diminished, we can see clearly into yours. We see, sweetie, the condescending smile hiding does she have any idea what we're talking about? We feel, though our fingers are often numb to turning pages, the turn back, the desire to not be touched, as if age were dust from a dead man that might just rub off on you. Well, sweetie, just hope it does, because let's face it, you are me. And someday, if you're lucky, you will be put on a pedestal in someone's memories. They will see you not in the vibrant colors of youth, but in the hues of age. They will remember the unsteady gait, the skin shaking loose from bone, the neck once long and lovely or strong and sinewed, now shrouded in flesh folds. Lost lashes and thin lips appear to criticize the world they inhabit. But then, sweetie, if you're really lucky, they will put all that aside and speak of who you were. They will remember to regard you as the progenitor of all you now are. And when at night you look into your mirror, they will see you staring back. And that's that. We gotta go. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful being here, spitting out some words to you. Charlene Stegman, Moscow. Yep.
I feel so privileged that people, but it's almost like, I think Anna from Tongue and Groom says that she is a open mic traveler, something like that. So she has been to like 38 states where she has gone to open mics in the 38 states. So you should start that. Yeah, so cool. We'll let you do that. I think, while you guys vacate, that's fine. I'm gonna have Sam come back. I think would be next. I'm gonna put myself last because I can. I can't.
I will wait. Okay.
You can go out this way if you want to. We're very, yeah. Don't trip. It's crooked anyway. You notice.
I did notice that.
Nice, thank you. You'll see us again next time.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Don't trip on that. Yes, please don't.
Ladies and gentlemen,
relaxed around here.
Elvis has left the building. Sorry. Okay. How do I look? Yeah, good. Thank you. All right, I'm going to wait till the door's shut. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, this is, let's see. I don't even know what I was going to read. It's such an interesting night. Okay. I do title some of my poems, but it doesn't really mean anything when I do. This one is called Whispering Wind. Actually, sometimes it does matter. It'll be different than the poem. This one is called Whispering Wind. How wicked winds the whisper wind among the plans of desperate men, like vines that bend and choke. They twist the good to bad, with fear, their favorite joke. They do prod and they do poke until the exuberant fall from grace they once bespoke. Merely a word or two breathed at just the right time, or a laugh and a look that affirmed the wretched wind. That's all that it took to launch the crime, the promise crooked, the bright young mind forever shook. To fan the fires of evil deed in hearts that once held sacred seeds of happy, healthy, and hale, crushing the dust, the glory tale. Doubt rides them down in the nights of every town where the mighty could have risen. Instead, they set their clocks, shut their windows, and lock their locks. In sleep they pray not to dream, lest on waking they seem more than believing they may be. So the crowd marches on, answering calls and breaking vows they'd hoped were long gone, forgotten, with heads down, working to and fro, going nowhere, with nowhere to go. So they seek to soothe with bottle and full plate, ceding decisions to Sunday fate, wishing to meet their better selves at some far and distant golden gate. What have you done? What have you done? Ride the words on that evil wind, nothing. Answers, none. As you were in the beginning, as you shall be in the end, the taunting word, nothing. But twists and turns owing this self-created fate, bowing forever to the derisive internal whisper wind, fed by foe, fed by friend. Who do you think you are? Simultaneous sighing fate, you could have, you should have been more, been great. So this one, sometimes I forget what I'm doing, like now. So I said to myself, self, I said, sometimes I forget what I'm doing when I'm not doing anything at all. You know what I mean? How can that be? You aren't doing anything to forget about? Yeah, but I was doing something before I was not doing anything, so I had to stop. What was I doing right then? I mean, right before I stopped, I forget. I read a sign once, warning, don't try to remember everything at once. It affects the waves. And mind your head. That was always one of my favorites. Yeah, but is it saying listen to your head and do what it tells you, or watch out for things that might hit you in the head? Like an errant thought, or a low ceiling? A shooting star? Like Johnny after he heard his first Beatles song? No, like from the cosmos. Yeah, like that. But sometimes I forget about all that when I'm right smack dab in the middle of doing nothing, and then all I'm doing is trying to remember what I was doing when I was doing nothing. Like looking at sand on the beach and then noticing one particular grain and seeing it for what it truly is, and seeing only it as it is right then, at that moment. And then realizing you forgot all about the stars. Like when God notices you. Yeah, I guess it's like that. But what was he doing when he was doing absolutely nothing and realized that he forgot what he was doing when he noticed me? Watching the waves, probably yes. Just watching the waves and minding his head. Yes, probably minding his head. I'm going to get back to what I was doing, which is absolutely nothing.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, now we can do whatever we want to. Sam, I think that's my favorite poem. I think that's my favorite poem. It's exactly the way. Oh dear, who's next? Who's next? Everybody know who's next? Okay. Probably Steve. Mr. Steve. Awesome. All right. Place your. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right, apparently.
Do it. I mean, you can say no, but why would you?
Okay, so I've come with no technology, then I went with technology with the phone.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna be extemporaneous and speak from memory.
Sweet.
So,
Yeah.
always dreaming of tomorrow today, I stare deeply at a full moon, as if a long lost love. Not so alone or isolated in this, such a modern world, I have a hard time holding back, that still the path of my heart is without tracks. It comes to pass, as has this time, that the future presents herself, and as destiny begins to unfold her many uncertainties, it becomes evident that in life we must take a chance. Thank you.
You should have another. That was beautiful. Second rounds are always the best because people are relaxed. And I think, Dennis, have you got something for us? Always.
Another gem of wisdom.
Say what?
Another gem of wisdom.
Gem of wisdom. Yeah.
Gem of wisdom. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I've got it. First of all, this should be read by a woman. My wife will never get up and read. That's not her shtick. That leaves 3 of you here. So if any of you want to volunteer, you're welcome to. A woman.
Why do you have to be so generous?
Well, I'll tell you why, because I got to do the setup for it anyway. This actually is scene 14 from a full-length play that I wrote 10 or more years ago called The Two Sisters, but the setting of this entire play was called the Armagh Women's Prison, Her Majesty the Armagh Women's Prison in the 1970s in Armagh, Northern Ireland. The prison itself, only women prisoners. I'll say roughly 40% of them were IRA women, 40% of them were unionist women, in other words, fighting the IRA, and the remainder were what were called common criminals. This is a title, Emma Brody's monologue, and she was a common criminal in the prison. So any ladies want to volunteer to read this? Okay, I'll just read it. Okay, so here we go. So you think of me as a lady. She lay lifeless in my arms, a wee one, not yet two. What harm could she have done? Some agony, some, I can't read this, some sorrow, I know not what, drove him to shake her, batter her, and me as he did, my hands forever stained, my soul thus shattered. I call this dull, drab ward house of stench and grief my home. Neither tender touch nor warm whisper to quiet the ever-quarreling voices within. Silence, oppressive at times, is my only solace. I look on these creatures, their faces, their hands, their hair, gaze into their eyes, some smile inside, some, others, such hurt, deep wounds of days gone by, but all their wantonly frames built to create, to nurture and give life, not to take. The blood that pours down between their legs, ignored ignobly by a heartless state, scars a line upon the earth as we each, one on one side, one on the other, must find our place. As this, we all too human race conjure up causes to inflict indignity and pain. Always and everywhere. Madness. It is not Ireland alone which suffers so. Wherever there is hatred, a price is paid. For those sore oppressed, doubly so. I gaze on these, some with children, some without, and ask, my God, how can this be? A world so poisoned. Must a mother give up of all of what she is a part of her, body and soul, and lay her innocence into its grave? Can a flag-draped coffin of any stripe be sufficient recompense to have such bitterness, our legacy to those who come behind? I ask you this, just this one thing. If you have ever held a child, whether another's or your own, how can you condone any amount of bitterness, bigotry, discrimination, or hate when knowing it is your own flesh and blood as well as theirs, which you so violate? If not for you, then for our children's sake. If not for you, then at least for them. If not for you.
That's part of a play.
Huh?
That's part of a play that you
That was
wrote?
scene 14, the entire scene 14 of a play.
Of a play that you wrote, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. Can't tell you how honored I feel sometimes with playwrights like this and the heart that goes into all of this. Okay, but I'm supposed to be the hostess, so forgot. Who's next? Got all into it. Helen, I think, actually. Do you have something? Another poem? Did you just second one?
No, not tonight.
No, not tonight. Next time. Okay, cool. So then, CK. Awesome. Oh. By the way, I also noticed that Michael Ma is watching us on things. So hi, Michael.
Michael.
Part of the hearing plan.
Oh, fun. All right, I did a couple things from my book, but as you guys know, because you're all writers, like there's lots of stuff that like I had to stop and decide what to put in the book, but there's like a lot of time between then and now, so I've definitely been writing. And I don't know how many of y'all are TikTok or Instagram people, but TikTok has been a really cool place for me with poetry. And I've started playing this game with some of the people that follow me where I'll post like 2 or 3 lines, because I don't know how you guys write, but I like think of a couple lines and I put them in my notes app and then I forget about it and then I come back to it. And they like pick which one they want me to finish. And that's been really fun. And so this is one from that recently. And it's about being cheated on and how sometimes we like blame the woman first, or like we really want to villainize her, or maybe he's blaming the other woman. And that's what this one is about. What was her name? That is the first thing we'll all ask as we pull the blood-covered knives from our back. She did not put it there, but she's the suspect I want to question. I'm thinking every girl needs to learn this lesson. I didn't ask where he was or what made him call her, but I asked what she looked like. Was she thinner and taller? And who the hell did she think she was to walk into my room and take your love? The boldness, the rudeness, the fucking audacity, the coldness, the blues, and the logical fallacies. I looked into the mirror and drew her outline in lipstick and wondered how to fill in all the spots that I was missing. I'm making fun of her name and we're laughing. It's kind of weird. This moment that we're having, I watch you open a beer and then you placed one into my hand like we're cheersing something you claim wasn't planned. That we're bonding over our hatred of this enemy that you brought to our bed, like she took off your clothes with a gun to your head. Like if it never happened, we'd be living in a world of everything I ever wanted. And now you get to say you'd love to without ever putting your money where your mouth is. And it's so convenient for you that her and I will never get the chance to have coffee. I can only imagine the things that she would tell me. But I'm guessing it's worse than the gaps in your story. I am guessing it's worse than the things I've been ignoring. I've read her lines. I know her part. But to know the truth would be to know who you are. And it's so much easier to blame her and hang her out to dry than it would ever be to sit in the honesty of your why. So I'll keep adding up the ways that I don't add up to her, and I will apologize for my feelings being hurt. I'll eat less. I'll work out more. I will sell our mattress and scream when you try to make me stop, because it's got to be either hers or mine or the furniture's fault. Because that is the only way I can make it make sense, to make you not look so gross, to not feel ashamed that I ever let you get so close, or to touch me or love me or make me feel like this was okay. I am pulling this knife from my back and I am throwing it away. I know the blood is on your hands, but I can't bear to see, so I will close my eyes and let you wash them clean. I'll take both of our backbones and lean them up against the frame of the bed, but I no longer believe a single thing you ever said. Wow. Woo, thanks. Thank you so much.
Wow. That's it.
I'll do one. I get to do 2, or do you want me to go away? Okay. Y'all, I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I also use my notes app for my day job, which is very chaotic right now. Hold on.
Don't read your...
Yeah, I'm like shopping list for Amazon. All right. This is one that is also from that same fun little game I played on TikTok, and I don't know if you guys have ever had a friend, especially I feel like this is kind of a universal female experience, where you have this girlfriend of yours who's like amazing and beautiful and smart and talented and funny, and then like my girl Debbie, and then she dates the worst guy who like isn't all that great, and you're like, oh, that's unfortunate. So this is kind of about that in general. We all want to be loved more than we want to be on our own. So we'll settle for the idea of it over the unknown. The devil you know is supposed to be safer, so then why does he look at her like he fucking hates her? She's writing invitations, she's trying on dresses, she's walking on eggshells, avoiding his stresses, she's trying on dresses, she's writing invitations, she's wondering what we're all thinking, but nobody's saying. She makes a joke, he rolls his eyes. He does not choose her. She chooses to be kind. She's begging a grown man to just kind of try and put in some effort, making herself real life, breathing, buried treasure. She lights up her room. She's always been your shoulder. You always kind of expected she'd be a little bolder. He's dimming her sparkle. He's rusted her shine. He's made me now call her an old friend of mine. Her name belongs on billboards and posters and in lights, and he's pulling her in closer just to pick fucking fights. And you want to take her by the hair and hold her nose to the mirror until she starts to understand that you cannot place your self-esteem into the palm of a man's hand. And she says he makes her happy, that they're going to build a beautiful life. He says it's one he feels trapped in, jokes about a happy wife. And she hangs on his arm at the bar while he makes friends at her expense, only to relive it with children a few years later, a Groundhog Day of how much he hates her. He would have played in college. He would have met someone hotter. He would have had someone give him sons and not daughters. He would have gotten that boat. He would have earned that quarterly raise. He would have no target to bear the force of his self-hate, and he'd have to give it to himself. Instead of taking it from her, he'd have to come to terms with his own self-worth, but his hands would come up empty. So instead he has what belongs to our girl. He's committing petty theft, and she was going to change the world. Thank you so much.
I think it's that weekend, you know? Okay. That means I have to do something. Wow. Oh my God. Yeah. That one hit. I'm not looking for dresses, but yeah. There was a lot of shit that was in my head. Anybody, did you want? Did I miss anybody? Okay, so I decided I'll do a last one, and let's do it's like scary karaoke or scary poetry. That's just like whatever comes up when it comes up. You know, I like Orchid does. That one keeps coming up. So, oh no, your thread. That's the one I wanted. I had my fiance passed away about 9 years ago. So, and this is about him. So this one's for Earl. It's called Your Thread. Your thread runs through my living. Your breath fans over my life. Your association and devotions catch me unaware when the world is still. When most thoughts of you have faded and I can call my heart my own, you take a turn around my mind and squeeze it in remembrance, wringing out the tears within, draining all the resolve to move on past all that was and all that could and all that would have been. But your thread runs through my life. Your breath fans over my living. So for that, you are forgiven. Echoing. So unless anybody has some great things, I think it's time for us to sit around a fire pit and have fun. So I really appreciate you guys coming, and we will be here again the next third Wednesday. I keep trying to go third Thursday because it just rhymes better. It's some poet thing in my head. Third Wednesday. So yes, and Dennis is doing Barroom Beckett in February the 19th. It's a Monday. Yes, he changes his around, so you have to pay attention. And what's going to be the theme on this one? Beckett again? Okay.
I looked up all the different themes for February.
Other than Valentine's.
They range from Cat Month, Dog Month, Jewish Immigrant Month, Black History Month, Dentist Month.
Valentine's.
I don't know what the theme is.
Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson would be fun.
Well,
with a Valentine kind of thing? No, okay. All right.
I'm thinking people like...
Everybody bring in some thoughts for Dennis.
Yeah.
That's cool, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I guess.
And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody.
Well, thank you.
Bye, Michael. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. Saying goodbye to my old